Hello, my name is Gage Lappin, and this is my submission for Homework 9. So for Homework 9, I created 3 separate functional features for a GUI. One of them is this slider right here, which changes the yield of tomatoes in this basket. Another is this drop-down menu, which will change the material on this watering can. And the other is this toggle, which will change the visibility of the tomato. So each of these, you can see over here, I have a canvas layer and I have a slider, drop down, toggle, and each of these has a script on it that is connected to the elements on value change. So we can go here for the slider. The slider has this script, which just has the tomato object. So on start, it sets them all to false, because the slider starts on 0, so there's going to be 0 tomatoes visible. So then when you slide it to the right, more tomatoes will become visible. So we just have it to iterate over everything as it passes in the value of what it's currently on. So everything before it will become true, everything after will be false. So say you've selected 6, so tomatoes 0 through 5 will be visible, and then 6 through however many tomatoes will be false. For the drop-down handler, we have just the array of possible materials and then the object, so the watering can in this case. So then when it changes the drop-down, because the drop-down is stored as an array, so the array is just like it's 3 materials, which are, as of right now, just 3 different colors. You could change the watering can too. So when a thing's selected, it passes in the index of the selection and it changes the material of the object. And then on toggle, it's just simple. It changes the object, which in this case is that tomato over there, and it changes it to the current state of the toggle, so which is just true or false. Now for the slider, I chose a slider for this because you could use input window for just like a text box, so they can input the number they want. However, that allows for too many options, whereas a slider, you can just set the range you want it to be, and they can't do anything else. It's limiting just enough, or it gives just enough information, but it's also limiting enough to make it easy to control what'll happen, essentially. So instead of having edge cases, this only has one thing they can do. They can go to the right, or they can go to the left, and it's easy to control. For the drop-down window, I chose this because fixed number of options. Like you could use a slider to change through it, but it's hard to, you can't tell what each thing is without labeling it. This allows you to have those different sections and keep it labeled. So it's more informative than the slider, but it fits this better. It's just, I have this bin of stuff I want to choose from. Which one am I going to select? And then for change visibility, it's a toggle, because I just want it to do one of 2 things. It's the toggle, basically, it's a light switch. If it's on, it's visible. If it's off, it's hidden. And then we can go and look at it when it loads. So we can go look at the tomato. So currently it's empty. So then we can go and slide it up. Now there's 4 tomatoes. It's at 4. We can slide it 1, 2. Now there's 6 tomatoes, and if we slide it all the way, there's 11 tomatoes, and we can slide it back. I can hover it. There. Slide it back. And now there's 1 tomato. Now we go over to the change material. I can click on the thing and change it to dark green. It's now dark green. And I could go change it to light blue, and it's light blue. We can change it back to pink, and we can go look at the toggle. We can click on the toggle, change visibility. It's now hidden. We turn it up. Now it's visible. Thank you. That was my submission for Homework 6.